When I first joined, we spent 6 weeks at Dartmouth, which is where the RN officers train. We did a shorter course than what they do, 6 weeks there. And then for the specialist training for supply officer and logistics officer, we went on to Raleigh, where we had another 6 weeks of sort of learning the job and the different systems that the RFA has compared to the RM. Day-to-day wise, it's mainly office-based, sat behind a computer, but we do a lot of the HR on board and deal with personnel, things like taking cash advances, we order food, stores, general stores. When people join leave the ship, I arrange all the flights, transportation, pickups from the airports to hotels and things like that. And then we also run the bond account and the catering account as well, look after all the stationery. So pretty much all the stuff that's not fighting the ship, driving the ship or fixing it is pretty much what we do really. Members of the supply department will be on standby as lifebuoy sentries, so they'll be out there on the RAS, and if someone goes over the side then they'll raise the alarm and throw the flares and life preservers into the sea. The biggest thing that can affect us if is short notice changes to the ship's programme for whatever reason. We've had it before. I was out in the Gulf, the ship was coming back to the UK, everything was sorted, and all of a sudden the ship was retasked 2 hours before we went through the Suez Canal and sent back out the Gulf, and all the reliefs were cancelled. People think they're getting off and they don't sometimes. It doesn't happen very often, but it gets a bit frantic then trying to rearrange things at very short notice. It's quite a close-knit organisation, so everyone knows everybody. Once you've done a few trips, you end up meeting the same people again, so your same friends are coming back. You get your quiet days as well, so you get a bit of time off to go and relax and do other things. And when you do get to go the Caribbean and places like that, there is time to get off and see what's actually available ashore. We'll do a 4-month trip and we'll get 3 months off pretty much, so it's not too bad. And you can obviously, if you're in the UK, you can ring home, and there's phones on board that you can use to ring them, so you can keep in touch all the time with email and things like that. The best thing about the job, I think, it's the travel. And these days the RFA now, because there's less Navy ships, we're actually picking up more of their jobs, so we're actually more and more now. We're out the UK, we're abroad, ranging from the Caribbean, which is fantastic, out to the Gulf, where we're now quite operationally busy as well. And if you're lucky enough to get down the South Atlantic and to the Falklands.